What do we have here?
Looks like a fat bag of loot to me. Let's see what we have inside.
Detect magic.
Oh, look at this beautiful golden sword. What else is in here?
I've been hoping for a new helmet.
What? It's a spoon? A spoon.
Well, it certainly looks like a spoon.
Welcome back to Fudge and Dice. Today, we're gonna spice up your game with some magic items. But maybe not the kind of magic items you were thinking of. We've all been there. The party finally defeats the big bad, searches through the lair and finds another +1 sword, another +1 shield, maybe even a flame tongue, maybe some boots of elven kind. Now, these are all awesome items, and they're very useful, but we've seen them 1,000 times. We've been there, done that, and if you want to truly juice up your campaign sometimes, you feel the need to throw in something unique, something maybe the players shouldn't have just yet, because it's something different. It's not the same old +1 this, +1 that. However, I would posit that you maybe go a different direction, the opposite direction. Go low power. Now, I'm not talking about cheating the players. That's not something we ever want to do. What I'm talking about is sprinkling that little bit of spice, that little extra flavor into the beautiful meal you've prepared to make it just right, just perfect. That extra little something that makes people ask, hey, think I can get the recipe for that? Today, we're talking about magical trinkets that can make your game very interesting and intrigue the players. Now, aside from just being a neat little spark of magic for the player to have, these trinkets can add flavor to the game and even give you an opportunity to expand the lore of your world. We're also going to take a look at how we can add quirks to existing magical items, just a little extra juice to make them feel different and unique. As usual, there's a link in the description below that will lead you to a document detailing some sample minor trinket magical items that you can use with your players, as well as some spice for those existing items. Let's go over a few of them. Up first, and always popular with the dwarves, we have the Ale Finder. This is an old adamantine and granite compass that always points to the nearest stash of ale. If dwarven ale is with 100 feet of the compass, the needle glows with an amber light. You just try pulling that out of Durendorf's cold dead hands. Next up, we have Endear Rings. This is a pair of ornate golden hoop earrings that both whisper compliments to whoever wears them. They tell them about their charm, their fashion sense, their witticism, all throughout the day, improving their self-esteem. You think Tauric the Bard is going to give those up? I don't think so. How about a Mirror of Mockery to liven up the party? This small handheld mirror screws up your face in a ridiculous way and repeats back anything spoken into it, but in a high-pitched, nasally voice. Maybe give that one to the vain princess who's been turning her nose up at the dirty, gruff adventurers that have saved her kingdom time and time again. For those DMs who have a vindictive streak but don't actually want to off anyone's character, we have the Petty Umbrella. This decorative umbrella, when used during a rainstorm, not only allows the rain to pass through it, it also increases the amount and intensity of the falling rain by 10-fold, just when you thought it was safe to go outside during a downpour. There are several more in the free document below, but I'm going to mention one more here because it's my absolute favorite. The Stubborn Stopper is an old oak doorstop with the face of an elderly miser carved into the thick end. When used to hold a door in place, it argues with anyone who tries to remove it, and it sprouts tiny arms and grabs onto the door, holding it for dear life. Now, the little guy's not very strong, but boy, will he give you what for and let you know. He's going to keep that door open or closed. Those are just a few examples of interesting trinkets that you can add to your game to liven it up and bring some levity to your table. Now let's talk about some improved quirks that you can add to existing magical items in the books. This first quirk I've added to an Amulet of Health, and I call the property Watchful. When worn, the amulet will glow with a sickly green color when it's within 10 feet of a poison, toxin, or venomous creature, warning the wearer of potential danger. Next up, we have a property called Retaliation, which I've added to an arrow-catching shield. Each time an arrow attack misses its wielder, an arrow-shaped notch appears along the top of the shield. When the tally reaches 10, the notches vanish and the shield fires a volley of arrows at the current attacker's location. This is an area attack that will hit any creature within 10 feet of the target. Now, I know this is a little more useful and a little more deadly than a typical quirk, but that's why I call these improved quirks, and you can find 3 more in the document below. I hope you'll consider using magical trinkets in your game, as I've used them for many years now, and they really do add a special something that you don't get with run-of-the-mill magic items that everyone is used to seeing. Even beyond fun and flavor, you can also use minor magical trinkets to start a side quest, lead the players in a different direction, show them something they didn't know existed, and maybe they'll go seek it out on their own. Not many adventurers can resist a treasure map after all, and what if they found one with animated features that promised a dragon's hoard with minimal effort or danger? And now there's no saying this map is actually telling the truth, and there's also the possibility that all of those neat magical animated features are just leading them in circles or leading them into great peril. Creative players will always find a use for these trinkets, and more masterful players might even find ways to turn these items into powerful weapons or forms of defense. Who's to say what that petty umbrella might do if you turn it outward and cast a water spell? Inventiveness and creativity are always to be rewarded. So give trinkets a try. Let me know what you think, or if you've tried trinkets in the past, go ahead and let me know in the comments how they worked out for you. Do you have an awesome story to tell about how your players or you as a player might have used a minor magical item to really change the outcome of an event? Once again, don't forget to download the free resource in the description below. As always, thanks for coming and fudging the dice with us. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel if you found something of value. Stay tuned for more videos, more free gaming resources, and more fudging dice. Keep rolling them straight, and may the dice forever roll in your favor.
Gosh, I am so pretty today.
Gosh, I am so pretty today.